The deadly discovery in the Hollywood nursing home. Local 10 News reporter Nikki Mohan has the latest now on the investigation underway right now. Nikki.
Calvin and Lori, this just in, we have learned that Governor Rick Scott has officially shut down operations here at the rehab centers of Hollywood Hills. This as mounting criticism against this nursing home. How could a nursing facility with elderly people next door to a major hospital not have AC and lose 8 of their residents? A criminal investigation in high gear after our most critically ill are seemingly left in the heat to die. 8 people deceased. The mass evacuation of the sick and elderly from a nursing home in Hollywood in the wee hours of Wednesday morning after 2 911 calls come in within 1 hour for 2 patients in distress. A fire lieutenant sending up the alarm that they were not safe. During that evacuation, a gruesome discovery.
3 individuals were found deceased on the 2nd floor of the facility, and multiple other patients in varying degrees of medical distress.
The residents of the rehabilitation centers of Hollywood Hills were wheeled over to Memorial Regional Hospital next door. Those who could walk sat in the shade while doctors and nurses set up triage on the sidewalk. In all, 158 patients evacuated, area hospitals taking the overflow. Officials confirmed that the temperature inside the facility unbearable, but power wasn't their issue.
Our initial investigation has revealed that they did have power to this facility, but the AC was not working properly.
We've been calling and calling.
In fact, Dave Long says he works for the company AirStrong. They repair the facility's air conditioning unit. He says he raised the alarm when it broke.
I came here after the storm on Monday, and we saw that fuse was out, but we called at that time. Now it's what, Wednesday, and this fuse is still out, and I can't do anything.
Hollywood Fire says they've been called 127 times to the rehab centers of Hollywood Hills in the last 12 months. One official calling that excessive.
I think it is an emerging scandal of gargantuan proportions with 8 deaths already.
A statement tonight by Jorge Caballa, who is the nursing home administrator at the Rehabilitation Center at Hollywood Hills. He says while our center did not lose power during the storm, it did lose 1 transformer that powers the air conditioning unit. The center immediately contacted Florida Power and Light and continued to follow up with them for status updates on when repairs would be made. Outreach was also made to local emergency officials and first responders. That is a statement by the nursing home. Of course, city officials debate many facts in that. This is just the very beginning of this investigation, but just this news, just in breaking news, Governor Rick Scott has officially shut down the facility here in Hollywood. Live tonight in Hollywood, Nikki Mohan, Local 10 News.
And Nikki, I know it's really early in the criminal investigation, but we have a situation in North Miami Beach where they were very proactive in how they handled distress among their patients. Do you think that this facility could have been more proactive in terms of evacuating some of the patients before they had a tragedy like today?
You know, Calvin, they're looking at several factors before they can actually make that determination. But when you listen to the facts that we do have, that they had 2 calls to 911, one at 3 a.m., one at 4 a.m. A fire cap lieutenant went in there, responded to these calls, looked around and said, how are these people living in this heat? And then made the call to her battalion chief, who then called the hospital, and they made the call to evacuate all of the patients. So using those facts, using the facts that 8 people died, and this was after a storm, I think people are going to have to start to piece this together for themselves as we wait more details from this investigation.
Yeah,
Calvin, Lori?
Police will put together a timeline for us. Okay, our Nikki Mohan live for us in Hollywood. Nikki, thanks a lot.